Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of What If Kurama Wasn't Sealed. So, quick recap on last time. We said that Naruto and Team 7 went to the Land of Ways, and that's when Land of Ways arc started. So, in this timeline, it happens pretty differently actually, because Naruto is so powerful that he blitzes all of them easily. Now, as you can see on the photo right now, he's using his KCM3 or KCM2 Sage Mode, which is basically him and Kurama using Sage Mode at the same time while they're using KCM. If you didn't know that, well, now you know it. So, Naruto is, he kills the Demon Brothers and Zabuza and all that pretty easily, and on the first time they meet. And then he trains Sasuke, Sakura, and Kiba for the tuning exam. Now, for the tuning exam, don't forget they need to be powerful, because he knows how hard it is, and he won't let them go to a tuning exam that is too hard for them. So he's gonna make Sasuke use his 3-to Sharingan, which is gonna work, and he's gonna make Sakura, use strong strength, kind of like Tsunade does, but obviously weak form. And he also teaches her a secret jutsu, which for now nobody knows what it is, but it's gonna be useful later. In Kiba, he teaches him Shadow Clones, Vacuum Air Bullet, and Wind Palm, and some Wind Jutsu, because he learns that Kiba is actually Wind style. So he also sees that Kiba's second nature release is Earth. So he actually teaches him Mud Wall and Earth Bullets, and just I guess that's enough. And he teaches him actually Special Jutsu, which is a version that he can use of the demon bomb that Kurama and Naruto use in Beast Mode. And by that I mean, the huge violet bomb. Well, now Kiba can use it, but it's obviously way weaker, and he can use it thanks to another special jutsu. He created a jutsu which could make Akamaru go inside Kiba the same way Kurama is inside Naruto. So it's kind of a portal. That way he can use his power, and that's why during this time he gave Kurama chakra, just small bits. He lended, didn't give. He lended in chakra, that to make Akamaru go stronger, faster, and that's how Akamaru becomes an adult earlier. And that way, Akamaru is sealed like a tailed beast, but not sealed. That way, he can actually come out whenever he wants. He can just come out of his stomach, and that's pretty cool. And that's actually gives him a lot of possibilities. He can't use V2 mode because obviously, Akamaru isn't Kurama, but he can slowly turn into him, and turn into a giant dog. Now, if you're thinking that's weird, well, it is. So, in this timeline, Kiba is kind of like a Jinchuriki, except that the tailed beast is actually just Akamaru, who's a giant dog now. And by giant, I mean really giant. Around the same size as when they turn into the 5-headed dog. But he has one head. So he can still separate Akamaru from his body. All he has to do is use an invocation and invoke him outside of his body, which would make him go outside. That way, when he goes to the tuning exam, all he has to do is put him back into him by, putting him back into him. And that's kind of weird, but that happens because, well, nobody ever says we can't, steal another animal, another creature than the tailed beast. So, fuck it. So, each one of them is pretty powerful. Now, Team 7 does the first test and happens very good. They pass it easily. So, actually, he actually used, so Sasuke used Sharingan to copy on Sakura, who knew the answers. And, Kiba actually used his, his wind jutsu to make blow a paper of someone that knew the answers, and then he looked and he copied the paper really fast, but no one could do it normally, so people thought it wasn't possible. So Naruto is like waiting for them to, finish the first exam, and he's like, good job. And Naruto is proud of them that they passed the first part of the exam. Now they're gonna do the second part of the exam, and that's where they meet Orochimaru inside. So in this timeline, Sasuke is scared but less. So he actually gets angry that he attacks them on their tuning exam, and Kiba and Sakura feel the same. So Sakura goes for a punch, and they fight with Orochimaru, and they fight him. Remember, they've been training with stronger than him for the past 4 months, so they're very strong. So in this timeline, they're so strong that they actually managed to hold their own. Remember, if they've been training with Naruto for this long, they would be around as strong as, Jonin. They would be Jonin level, which means that the moment they end up tuning, just even a month later, they would easily become Jonin. So that's why they become Jonin. That way they're equals, on par with Naruto. And what they don't know is Naruto is actually Anbu, and he's actually the highest ranked Anbu to exist. And that's why he knows even more secret jutsus. And Naruto's team, so Team 7, actually fights Orochimaru long enough for them to find a moment to escape, and they escape. So then Sasuke, hungry for power, it doesn't happen because Sasuke isn't hungry for power right now. So he actually in this timeline prefers to train with Naruto. So Sasuke is strong enough. He thinks he can beat Itachi, but he's not strong. So he actually, he can control his emotions, and when they go away, he doesn't have the curse mark. So he goes to he finishes first with his team just before Gaara, and that surprises everyone because they're like, whoa, Kiba being first with Sasuke and Sakura, that's weird. But whatever, and they use scrolls, and Iruka appears. and they tell him Orochimaru was here. So they know who Orochimaru is because Naruto told them. So they told him Orochimaru is here, Snake Guy, and that way Ruka tells the others. So then they have 1 month to train for the third exam, and that's when Naruto actually introduces Kiba to Jiraiya, and Jiraiya is like, sure, I'll train him. And then he feels like Sakura could train with Tsunade. So in this timeline, actually, Naruto met Tsunade because he had been, going on missions, and he went on a mission with Jiraiya and met Tsunade. So he goes to retrieve Tsunade, and he does it way faster in this timeline, since he put a seal mark on her last time he met her, and used Flying Raijin. And then he teleported next to her, teleported back to Konoha, and then he explained to her what happened. So he then said that, sorry guys, I woke up not long ago, so sorry if I sound tired. Anyways, Tsunade, I think I was saying, yeah, Tsunade is back in the village earlier. And so Naruto is going to train personally Sasuke for around a week, training him to be mainly stronger, and then he's going to introduce him to Kakashi to train him to use better his Sharingan. And that's when he actually learns Chidori, but he tells him, yeah, I have a thunder blade. And he's like, well, you can make a stronger Chidori by mixing them. And he's like, sure, and that's what he does. So Sasuke is pretty strong, and they're all really strong. So the fights are the same, except that this time it's Kiba against Neji. Now, he wouldn't be especially angry against Neji, but he would still, beat the crap out of him. He's gonna turn into his, not really Pichu mode, but he's gonna turn into a tailed beast by using the equivalent of tailed beast, but in Akamaru, which is giant dog. So he turns into a giant dog, and then he just blitzes Neji. And everyone is shocked. They're like, is he like a tailed beast? He's like, no, I'm just learn this jutsu. And he's like, okay. And that's how he wins. Sasuke versus I forgot to mention that there's one more fight, which is Sakura. Since Sakura is actually, stronger, and she beat Ino. So there's another fight which is going to be, second round. So the Sasuke Gaara fight goes the same until Gaara starts to lose control. This time Sasuke is strong enough to fight him and beat Gaara in his normal state, but he can't beat, a tailed beast. So he actually calls in Naruto, and Naruto just comes in a second and he just goes Sage mode, and he knows that Sage mode is effective against Jin Cherokees because experience, and he actually uses his Sage mode to try to blitz him, and he actually beats up the tailed beast Shukaku. And I think I'm going to leave it here, guys, and thanks for watching.